one problem that I used to struggle with. And the problem was that I had to translate too much to speak even a single proper long sentence in English. And this I feel is a common problem with almost everybody. People often come up to me and ask me, ma'am, I want to speak proper fluent English, but I just cannot do it. How do I do it? So these are a few tips that I always give them. See, I cannot start talking about and deliver a whole 1 hour lecture when somebody asks me that, right? I have to finish it off in 5 minutes or so that the person has gotten an answer. They have found something in that conversation from me. And at the same time, I do not end up spending 1 hour every time somebody asks me that question, because this question comes up very, very often to me. One thing that I often tell them is that get over this problem of translation in your head, because this is slowing you down. It is taking a hit on your confidence, because when you try to translate from your mother tongue into English, what you do is that you assess every word in your head, and every single word tries to find their place in English language, and then you put together those words to construct a sentence, and then you speak. So then the process is so lengthy that you cannot expect yourself to be fluent if you're doing this all the time. So what do we do? How do we get over this problem? What is that one way that I can tell you that you can get over this issue? This video is going to answer to that problem. I've got 14 very practical, really smart tips that can help you get over with this issue once and for all. It's gonna be over. You will never face it again in your life. I can tell you because I've experienced it. I used to do that. I used to do a lot of translation. Mujhe pani chahiye. I need water. Ma'am, mujhe toilet jana hai. Ma'am, can I please go to the toilet? I remember framing those sentences as a class 7 student, and they seemed so difficult at that moment. So these petty small sentences used to be a massive task around then. And now I do not translate at all. I am really thorough. I am very confident in my English fluency. See, I'm not saying that I don't make mistakes. I've always been vocal about it. I still do make mistakes, and it doesn't bother me. Yes, if you're ready to teach me something out of your good wishes, I am more than willing to learn it. So develop that kind of attitude. Do not let people get the better of you. So the best way of speaking English fluently and not sounding unnatural, because we want to sound natural, we want it to come out as if we are really confident in the language, and we are, on top of everything else, we are comfortable in the language. Like, it's so easy to make out somebody who is not comfortable in English and they are trying to speak in English. It's very easy to make out from their expressions, from their body language, from the way they behave. They become somebody else when they're speaking in this language. So we are going to tackle that problem today. Okay, let's start with tip number 1. And by the way, before I get into the 14 tips that I have for you, each one handcrafted, beautifully written for you. And this is entirely mine and my husband's brainchild. We've created the script, these pointers for you together. We've not missed out anything. According to me, this is the best you can get. And this problem can actually be handled and taken care of if you see all these 14 tips and you start to apply them in your day-to-day life. Okay, so don't just listen to them. Also make it a point that you actually practically adopt them in your daily life and when you communicate with others. Okay, be it your office, be it some shopping mall, or amongst your relatives, in a party, anywhere, the language stays the same. Your situations may change, your environment may change. Okay, the language remains the same. So get comfortable with the language, develop certain friendship with it. Okay, and knowing for who you are, I believe you guys are really interested in learning, and you have chosen to watch this video over all the Instagram reels and other stuff that's going on the internet right now. You're choosing to watch this shows your commitment towards learning the language and shows your willingness to be perfect at it. So we're going to try our best, okay? Be with me right till the end of the video. If you feel that it has contributed something well in your life, share it with other people. Share it with people you care about who are struggling in a similar way as you are. Okay? Now, let's get to point number 1. First technique to help yourself get out of this constant translation that goes on in your head is practicing to shadow. What do you mean by shadowing? So shadowing is you pick up a piece of content and let's say you pick up an audio podcast or maybe a Netflix TV show. Anything would do, okay? Just pick it up. Let the speaker, let the guy on the podcast, let's just use podcast, okay? It's easier for me to tell. So let's just use podcast. The guy on the podcast says something, you listen to that sentence, you pause it, and then you repeat after this guy, okay? Then play again, let a person say something else, pause it, and repeat after them. Now, you may feel, ma'am, okay, this will be very boring. Ma'am, this will be annoying. Ma'am, will I be able to do it? And that too every day. See, you've got a problem. I'm offering a solution. You want to do it. You don't want to do it. The decision will always be yours. I have done it. Even now, I do it sometimes. When I hear a very good word somewhere, when I'm watching a show, I actually pause the show. I repeat the word several times so that it makes a place inside my head. So I do it even now. There are several good words that have added to my vocabulary using this technique. But I'm not asking you to practice vocabulary with it. I am asking you to practice your fluency with it. The aim, the goal is different. Understand that. We are not only focusing on good words, we are actually focusing on sentence construction using this method. Okay? And one more thing before I get on to my next point is very important is that you don't just repeat the words that they say, you also copy their expression, you copy their rhythm, and you mimic their voice. Okay? We are not just trying to learn what they are speaking, we are also trying to learn how they are speaking. Okay, this is a very important element of shadowing technique. Do not forget that. And it really helps. Do it for 30 days. Doesn't work, come back to this video and tell me on my face, ma'am, it doesn't work. Your technique did not work. Please don't make a video on this ever again. And I will listen to you. वो नौबत नहीं आएगी, but you get it, right? Okay, moving on to point number 2. English thinking only video. This one is really smart, and a couple of days ago, actually, ChatGPT used it on me. So the idea is English thinking only window. ETO window. Okay, now you have to decide how many minutes you want to do it. And let's say if I were you, I would just say maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes is good enough. We don't want to stretch it for too long. I want to take baby steps with you. I want to go slow, but I want to be consistent. So just let's keep it easy for ourselves. Okay. So ETO window is all about taking those 15 minutes out of your day, every single day, no pauses, no misses. Every single day, 15 minutes, you only and only think in English. So you sit down at 4 o'clock, you pause your notifications, you put your phone on silent, and you genuinely think about things in English, and you control the urge of internally translating. Do not translate. Engage your mind in thinking in English. Now you may think, ma'am, this sounds really difficult. It's not difficult, actually. It's just that it's your ego probably telling you that, because you as a human being are designed to be lazy, you're designed to procrastinate, you're designed to be in your comfort zone. So every single time an idea comes up where it brings a certain discomfort along with it, you're like, no, this won't be possible. I can't do it. But believe me, people are doing it and people are learning and people are getting better. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. This 15 minutes window, it could be 20, it could be 30, entirely up to you. Just be consistent with it, because if you can't be consistent with it and if you are too indulgent on these ideas of getting entertained with everything that you do, see, when you're learning and you're trying to get better at something in life, my personal mantra of doing that, be it my physical fitness or doing anything where I'm trying to learn something, my idea is to do not try and connect the idea to entertainment. Like if I work out, I know people want to have fun when they work out, but when I work out, I separate the idea of fun from workout. When I'm working out, I'm actually working at that moment. I am disciplined and it hurts. It's okay that it hurts. Okay. It hurts because of that. I feel so well in my life. I feel complete. I feel healthy because I have endured that pain. The moment you try to bring in entertainment into everything, after a while, the entertainment actually genuinely vanishes. It